Live from Detroit, Michigan. This is the Honestly Sis podcast activation edition. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, beautiful people, wherever this podcast may find you. Welcome. I am so excited to be back. Today, we are going to do an activation episode all about our sacral chakra. If you listen to the previous Honestly Sis newsletter, that's what it was all about. We did our deep dive. It was actually a newsletter about sexuality. And so we did a deep dive into our sacral chakra to just show how sometimes blockages within our chakras can stop us from becoming our best self, can stop us from feeling creative, can stop us from emotionally connecting with other people. And so this week, I am going to go ahead and do this act. I'm going to go ahead and do an activation about our solar plex. We're going to reach out to our guardian angels and ancestors just to see if we can get some information on why they deem this to be important. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Honestly, Sis is an independently owned and operated company in space. If you wish to support the mission, you can always become a member on our Substack at Substack called Honestly Sis, or you can join our membership. It's just going to www.honestlysis.com. Or if you're not able to help support financially, you can always help support energetically by sharing this podcast to your favorite timeline. And also, I want to just really give a shout out to my YouTube channel, Honestly Sis. I'm really starting to go live. I'm going to start doing these activations live so that people can ask me questions and just so that we can touch and agree, especially with everything that is going on in the world. I just feel like this is the time where we really need to be checking in and channeling with the divine. And so I'm going to start doing these activations every bi-weekly. So every other week, I will come on here and do an activation live where I will pull some where I would channel some, pull a channel message, pull some tarot, and then get us some guidance to further understand what our guardian angels and ancestors are saying. And so, if you ever want to catch an episode live, you have to make sure that you are following the YouTube channel, and make sure that you ping that little notification bell so that you can be alerted when I go live. Because although I did put out like an event thing on my website, www.honestlysis.com. Y'all, I'm like Lauren Hill. The energies be all over the place. And sometimes I really do try to stick to the time that I put on there, but just to make sure that, I'm not wasting your time, it's best to just go ahead, follow the YouTube channel, and then that way you can get a notification of when I'm going to start doing these lives. And I don't just go live on you. I don't just go live for these activations. I've also been doing some some TV recaps as well. And so if you just want to be in contact with me, make sure that you're following the YouTube channel. But I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and get ready for this reading. To get prepared for this reading, I want you to, wherever you are, just take a deep breath. Make sure you plant your feet on the ground. Maybe put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. One more time, deep inhale in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. One last time, deep inhale in through your nose and exhale out your mouth with a sigh. Dear guardian angels and ancestors, dear guardian angels and ancestors, we first come to you to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be able to connect via technology. Thank you for gifting me with this gift. Thank you for allowing me to be able to connect with the collective. Now, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, you know who's going to come across this video. You know who may see this live. You know who may listen to this episode. I just ask that you deliver the messages that they need to hear. I am a clear and open vessel. Beings of light only are welcome here today. God, we are coming to you to ask that you give us the guidance to become the alchemist of our lives or to help unblock our sacral chakra. Whatever you deem worthy for us to hear at this time, please deliver it to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt and confusion in me or the reviewers/listeners' mind. In God's name I pray. Ashe. Angel number 440 on the clock, which makes me very excited because that means that our guardian angels and ancestors are here with us. And just after saying that prayer, I do feel so calm. So let's just go ahead and get into this week reading. All right. I'm going to start with some channel messages. try to do three. The reason why I want to start doing these live is just because I'm realizing, like, I am a artist. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I'm working on my first book, and I just really have to dedicate time to that. And so I don't want to get too behind on these messages, and I'm not really helping the community the way that I want to. And so that's why I'm doing them live, just so that you guys can get the information faster. You guys can be a part of it. We can help build some community around here. And then it just helps me out a little bit with taking the pressure off of me having to like quickly edit these episodes. And so if you don't catch it live, you can always catch it in the podcast feed. But I just feel like this is like a good way to be current and we can just learn it right now. Okay. All right. So we have 4 cards that popped out. The 4 cards that popped out is intention. Bow, bow, bow. Intention, and I actually really love this because intention, we see a angel on a golf course, and it looks like they are about to they're about to swing to try to, like, put to get their ball within the hole. And I think the message that I'm getting right away is that the purpose of your intentions, the purpose of setting intentions, is so that you clearly know which way that you are going. And so I feel right now the guardian angels and ancestors really want us to focus on our intentions, make sure that we are clear on where we want to go. Next is contentment. Once you have that clarity about where you want to go, God wants you to make peace with that. Know that now that your intentions has been set in the air, you have to just kind of let it go. And I think a lot about that. I used to golf a lot, and so when you first start to get to the green and you like you get your driver and you try to just hit it as far as you want to go, like sometimes you can't even see the flag, but you just have to trust that if you swing it in a direction, get it across that pond or swing it in a direction of the flag, then it will get there. And I think that's just a message that God wants us to know. Like once you set your intentions, now your actions have to always be in alignment with where you're trying to go. And if it's not in alignment, then that's when you have to ask yourself questions. But with the contentment being in this current position right now, God is saying you've already let your intentions be known. You've already said where you want to go. And so right now, God really wants you to just have a contentment. He really wants you to just have an ease and trust that everything is going to naturally flow the way that you want it to be. And I knew this was a message about creativity because lastly, the ending of this is creativity in our future position. And underneath all this is relaxation. And so remember, I was talking to you guys a lot about this is a channeling talking about to piggyback. Oh, sorry. This is a channeling to piggyback and to talk about our sacral chakra. And our sacral chakra is what rules not only our creative energies of sexuality, but it also rules creativity. It also rules our emotions. And so if your sacral chakra is blocked, you may not feel like you're creative. You may not feel like you are connecting with people emotionally. And so this is coming about is that God is saying set your intention that you want to unblock your sacral chakra. If you have if you are dealing with a lack of creativity or you're not really feeling like as connected as you want to be, go back and listen to that Honestly Sis newsletter, because it will really give you the steps. And I also link some articles in there to help you unblock your sacral chakra. But as you are going through this process, God is just saying, set your intention, be content in what you are asking for, and all the creativity, all the things you want will naturally come your way. And so I do feel like a big part of this reading may be coming about because for some of you guys, you may have been working on a project for a very long time, and you're not seeing that you're not really reaping the benefits of it. Like you haven't finished or it's taking longer than you want to go. And maybe a part of you are feeling like maybe this is, excuse me, maybe this isn't going to happen. Maybe I need to work harder. And God is saying, no, you don't need to work harder. You've already set your intentions. What you need to do is in this moment in time is to find contentment and to find a way to be at peace at where you are in your life. If you do that, then all the creativity, all of those good things that you want is going to come. For some reason, I'm getting this energy that God really wants us to work on our emotions. And that makes sense with the sacral chakra. So if you are feeling very discontent or dissatisfied, like God is really bringing this reading about to get you to relax, to get you to see that everything is working out for you, but you have to you have to be responsible for your emotional output. You have to be responsible on how you handle the in between period because that's where you are right now. Now we're going to go ahead and just get some tarot to further clarify this message. Dear God, guardians, and ancestors, clarify this message of intention, contentment, creativity, and relaxation. What do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Why is it so important for us to know that our intentions have been set? Allow no room for dark confusion in me or the viewer's mind. Intention, creativity, intention, content, intention, content. Oh my God! Intention, content, contentment, intention, contentment, creativity, and relaxation. What do we need to know? Allow no room for dark confusion in me or the listener's mind. All right, I'm gonna do one more shuffle. I'm really trying to stop rambling and just get really clear. Oh, look at that. Look what came out. The Three of Hearts. A lot of the reason why you guys are feeling some of you guys are allowing a heartbreak to really drain your energy. You know what? I'll get some more cards before I say that. But with the Three of Hearts coming out, I mean, with the Three of Swords coming out, I mean, you can see it right away. It's a three swords and a heart that's literally bleeding out. With that relaxation coming in or the intention, for some reason, I do feel like there is a heartbreak. Again, going back to that, maybe you've been working very hard on a project and you're not seeing the outcome, and maybe that's making you feel sad. Maybe that's making you feel like the universe has forgotten about you. And God is sending this reading to let you know that He did not forget about you, and that He's going to help you see it through. I also feel like this it's a two-parter. This other message could be for somebody who is dealing with a breakup, and you are really kind of like closing out your heart because you're just so hurt that all of this happened. Know that when you shut out your heart, when you shut off your emotions, you are also shutting off your manifestation powers. And so God is bringing up this reading to let you know that you need to open your heart back up, and you need to trust that everything is happening as it's supposed to be. See? Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So for intention, the card that came out is the Knight of Cups, which I actually super duper love. Now, the Knight of Cups could talk about somebody could say this could be a messenger, but for some reason, because this is in our in our past position, and because it's right under intention, I feel like right now what God is just asking you to do is go on this emotional journey. Like we literally see this woman, she's riding a horse, she has this cup in front of her, and to me, it looks as though her eyes is trained on the cup and not on where she is going. And so that's where God is saying is that once you set your intention, so whether your intention is to be a published author, or maybe your intention is to be a business owner, or maybe your intention is to own a home, whatever that intention may be. God is telling you to get your ass up on a horse. This horse is white, so it represents spirit. And God is telling you to focus on where you want to go. Don't focus on the terrain. Don't focus on this water that's in front of you, which could be the emotion of it all. God is just saying, focus on your intention. Focus on your intention and trust that because you are focusing on your intention and because you are already in the mode of transportation, which means that for some of you guys, like I said before, this is a night. So it really gives me this idea that you've been working on this endeavor for like the last 8 to 9, maybe 10 years or so, 10 months, 10 years, a year. It's been a long time. And you're starting to feel like, oh, this isn't happening. And God is saying, yes, it is happening. Just keep focused on that cup, which is your intention and where you want to go. Next up for contentment, what came out is the sun, which is like yes, low key one of my favorite cards in the deck. And what do you see? The sun just represents total success. It's a woman. And also, we see we're still on this horse, right? And so I also want to look that up. We're still on this horse. I want to hold on. I want to look at the spiritual meaning. Oh, horses often are in spirituality, horses are often associated with power, freedom, vitality, and movement, symbolizing the ability to overcome obstacles and embrace change. and to embrace change. With different cultures, often interpreting the horse meaning based on its color and context. For example, in some traditions, a white horse represents purity and spiritual enlightenment, while others, a black horse might symbolizes mystery or unknown. And so, like I was saying, in both of these decks, they said that it was, I want to say this one more time, they say that it represents purity and spirituality, which I told you guys this maybe a couple of minutes ago that this white horse represents being in spirit. And so a big part of this is God is trying to tell you that you may not feel the movement, you may not feel like you are moving along, but spiritually, energetically, this is what you're doing. You are on that horse, and as you keep focus on your attention, it is taking you in a direction of where you want to go. Now, if you keep trusting that, if you keep believing that, then you are going to see success. And that's why God is saying you need to have a contentment. And the reason why he's saying that is because right now we are, especially if you are in the United States, we're dealing with so much turmoil, so much chaos. It literally feels like every single day something is being reported about what our president is doing to doing to the country, how they're trying to like take away our rights. Like it is just pure chaos. And if you focus on that long enough, you could find yourself being discontent. You can maybe even find yourself feeling like, well, what is the purpose of me working towards this dream if the world's just going to end? And that's why God is saying you have to not worry about the outside world. You have to not focus on what you see in front of you, but instead trust this invisible world. Trust. That's why the contentment is an internal thing. It's not something that somebody else can give to you. And so this reading is coming about because God, I want you to really work on that. What activities make you feel successful? What activities bring back your inner child? What activities make you feel like you're just energized and ready for life? Makes you feel like you are the best thing in the world. That is what you need to put your intention on. And for a lot of you guys, a big a big part of you guys who are going through heartbreak, what God is saying is that he's been giving you a creative idea to work on, and if you just work on that and trust that it's going to be good, or just put your love and your focus and your intention on that, it'll clear up your energy. You won't have this three of swords, heartbreak holding you back. And then you can get all of this goodness that is waiting for you. Because when I told y'all for the next step, if you keep your intention, we're on that horse, right? Same horse here. And matter of fact, mm, oh, it is the same horse. See, I don't know. Like this horse could say that it's like more of maybe gray than white, but whatever. We're not going to get caught up in the color of the horses. But I do like that back to back, both of these cards have horses. One where she's just completely focused on that cup, and another where she's just having victory. And so it's still, no matter if it's a white horse, a blue horse, what God is saying is that you are right now in this position of where you are moving forward. And so you need to speak that way. You need to move that way. You need to not be distrayed, not need to be distracted distracted by the outside world. God is just saying is that if you in this period, in this current moment right now, instead of focusing on the outside world, instead of focus on your blessing, but instead you put all of your focus, all of your energy into being content and keep focusing on your intention, what's going to happen is that you are going to end up at the 10 of cups. And so I love this so much because this reading is really helping us symbolize how our power work. How do intentions really work? And intentions, they work because it's not a matter of you setting an intention and then every single day you have, you saying it out loud or you just hoping and wishing that it's happening. No, you have to set your intention and then just move into that direction as if it's already done. Right. So if you want to be a published author, it's not waiting for somebody to see you as a writer or somebody to validate that you are a published author. You have to walk that way. You have to validate it. You have to you have to take it seriously and feel content in the moments that is not done. You have to tell yourself it doesn't matter. When obstacles come up, it doesn't matter. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep pushing forward. You're going to stay content. You're not going to get discouraged. You keep doing that and you're going to get to the 10 of cups. You're going to see the blessing of that creativity. I love this so much. And I also feel like just because creativity, I do feel like this is a message for creatives, but I also feel like it's just a matter of you just seeing how intentions work, period. So say you set your intentions on, I want to have a family, or I want to I want to have a family, I want to be married. Now you have to move into that direction like it's already happening, right? If you just go through a breakup, you don't get sad. You don't just be super depressed about that breakup and wanting that man to come back, because you know that this breakup is leading you to your 10 of cups and where you want to go, right? It reminds me of angel number 222. It reminds me of I just did a personal reading this week, and I use this analogy of when you're in your when you're in your car, right? And say you get in your car and you put in a destination in your GPS, right? And you're driving and you're following the GPS, you got your music going, and you get to the freeway that they asked you to get on, but the freeway is blocked. Never in a million years would you get to that blocked freeway and just turn off your GPS and be like, all right, well, I'm about to go home. Matter of fact, before you even get there, and if you can't get on the freeway, you just keep driving straight, the GPS is going to automatically recorrect, right? It's going to automatically redirect to make sure that you get on the right track, right? And even if you don't want to follow the GPS, you're not going to just stop being like, oh, I can't get to the destination because this road is blocked. No, you're going to either go another way. You may take the street. You may not get on the freeway. You may go around. Like, and God is trying to show you that you're supposed to have that same attitude towards your dreams and towards your intentions, right? Because intentions are nothing but dreams and goals, right? Disguised in another fancy word. And so if you have that intention on, okay, I want to be a wife, or matter of fact, that I don't want to use a relationship because that can deal with other people, but say you have that intention of, I want to be a businesswoman, or I want to be an author, and I want to do this. Now, say you want to be an author and you submit your book and none of the agents take it. Do that mean you just don't be an author no more? Or do that mean you go back, you revise, and you figure out, okay, how do I get the agents to be interested in it? This is what God is trying to get you to understand. Anything you set your mind to, you can do if you just have the right attitude. If you stay content, if you believe that it's for you, then it will be for you. If obstacles come up in your way, it doesn't mean you can't have it. It just means, hey, maybe it's another way to go about it. And that's what this reading is all about. He's trying to show us how we can creatively get to the life of our dreams. And it really is by us not taking anything too seriously. Last but not least, underneath this all is the Page of Pentacles. And I love this because this is basically saying that if we take the advice of this reading, if we set our intention, if we trust that, if we set our intention and just focus on our intention and then make sure that our alignments is in alignment with our intentions, then it would get us to the happy ending. We will start seeing success. Once you see a little bit of success in the goal, then you can see, oh, that's what it is. God is trying to show you, once you can see, oh, that's it. Okay, so it's two parters, right? So there is some people that I'm reading for in this collective that wants to get they want this happy ending. They want a family, they want love, they want a popping career. That's what they want. They want total fulfillment, right? But God is saying that you don't get total fulfillment by feeling like you have to do every single thing, right? You don't have to go out and find a man. You don't have to go out and find a career, but you can just set your intention and start. And as things come up in your life, if they are in alignment with where you're trying to go, then you keep moving that way. And then whenever any heartbreak, whenever any obstacles come about, instead of getting pissed off or feeling like it's not happening, you stay in your power, you stay connected, you stay content within yourself, and then you'll be able to move on out and see the 10 of cups effortlessly. God is just trying to teach us what this underneath is trying to teach us with the Page of Pentacles, how to use our power. The Page of Pentacles is a woman standing in the field and she has a pentacle in her hand. You see this little backpack? To me, that symbolizes a student. The page is always, you're getting used to this. The pentacle is a tangible manifestation. And the way I always see this card is this young lady was in the field and she was just practicing, practicing, practicing. How do I effortlessly manifest things? How do I effortlessly manifest things? How do I effortlessly manifest things? And then eventually she learned the proper tools and was able to manifest that pinnacle. And so this is exactly what God is trying to show you. You're trying to figure out, how do I end this career? How do I get the blessing of me moving out of this current reality that I'm in? And God is saying the way that you move out of the current reality that you're in is by setting your intention, by just focusing on that intention and focusing on that goal and where you want to go. And when any obstacles, any disappointment, any heartbreak come up, you stay content. If you do that, it's just going to move you further and further up the vibrational spectrum. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel successful. And when you feel better and when you feel successful, plus you're focused on that intention, it will easily and quickly get you to the 10 of cups. That's what this is all about. Let's see if we have any questions. Oh, I got 2 people watching me. Hey, please. Thank you so much for listening to this Honestly Sis newsletter. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm about to move into the tool portion of the reading. I wonder who. Oh, it always saying 2 people. Like, who is these 2 people? Talk to me. I want people to talk to me. Say not. All right, let me hurry on up. Don't forget about our relaxation too. And I think that's the other thing. People always are overthinking manifestation, right? I want to read something to you guys. 1 second. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, any comments, put it in the chat. Just say hello. I'll say hello back. I promise. All right. So, guys, I started this reading off telling you guys that we were talking all about the sacral chakra, right? We were doing the channel message about the sacral chakra. And I want to just read this for you guys. The sacral chakra, the orange card. Well, I'm just going to do this. In the sacral chakra, or the second chakra, you learn emotional discipline if you choose. You need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would the ship on a high seas. This is very important in manifesting. The orange cards reveal your emotional experience in a particular situation. If you are struggling with your feelings, look back at the red chakra, at the root chakra for the answer. Why? Because you source your emotional experience from a particular foundation or belief created in your root chakra. This helps you to understand where your emotions are coming from. Next, observe your feelings rather than acting on them. And your angels can speak directly to you through the emotions revealed in each card. However, you must stand fearlessly and observe your emotions. If you can do this, you have begun the journey into manifestation. You can walk the path you have previously only wished for. Master emotional discipline, and you learn how to master anything. Let me say that one more time. Master emotional discipline, and you master how to manifest anything. And so I remember I started this reading off by saying that you guys are having some heartbreak. You guys are having some type of obstacle, some type of trauma, some type of it's a heartbreak. So whether it is a sexual heartbreak, a friend heartbreak, a career heartbreak, whatever it is, your heart is broken right now, baby. And it's blocking you from manifesting. It's blocking you from seeing your power. And the reason why it could be blocking you is because you just don't want to pay attention to it. You just don't want to focus on it. But this is telling us right here that you can't manifest these things effortlessly. You can't do this if you're not willing to go into your feelings. Now, let me get on my tangent real quick, right? I have come to realize that the true power in our lives as spiritual beings is keeping your heart open. Have you ever noticed that everything that happens to I'm not even gonna say that. I'm learning and I've heard that the heart is the biggest manifester that there is. Your mind can come up with many things, but you're not going to manifest anything from your mind. Like I told y'all, your mind is amazing, it's powerful, but it is literally just Google on steroids. You are not your thoughts and you are not your mind. But your heart is not only the greatest manifester that there is, it also scientifically it has the biggest heart radiate, like the heart is pretty much what sets your energetic signature, right? And so if your heart is broken, then you're not going to be able to manifest those things. You're not going to be able to attract and bring those things in because your heart is closed off, right? And if your heart is closed off, and if you're not willing to deal with your emotions, we already heard this here, then you can't manifest anything effortlessly. And so that's why this reading is coming about, is because God is asking you, this is really why he's saying you need to focus on the contentment. You need to see that this heartbreak was actually the best thing that could ever happen to you. And I can say this 1,000 times, but it really is going to be on you, right? You really have to go through this emotional process to understand why you're so hurt, why you're so hurt, why this thing isn't happening, and heal it. But this reading is coming about because you're blocked, your heart is blocked. And I think it really started at your sacral chakra. You stop, you shut down your heart. And by you shut down your heart, you shut down your emotions. And when you shut down your emotions, you block the communication between you and your angels. You block all the beautiful things that can come into you. And so that's why God is reading this reading about. Because you need to open your heart. You need to heal. If you set your intention that you want to experience love, then why can't you? It don't matter what's going on in the outside world. This is a you and you thing. Okay? All right, let's go into our tools. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, clarify this message of the Knight of Cups, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords, along with intention, contentment, and creativity, along with relaxation. And I think that's the other thing, because you may hear this reading and you may get panicky because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to go into my emotions. I'm blocking myself from this. And you panic. No, just relax. This reading is probably just coming up so that you can be aware of why it's so important to not allow this heartbreak to close you off, because it blocks you from your power. This reading is coming up to just remind you that it's important to talk to yourself about what you believe around love. Because if you don't believe in love, then how can you also believe that there's these spirit team, there's this God, there's this wonderful energy that is rooting for you? People think that love is nothing, but love is literally the center of everything. Love is literally what makes our world generate and run. And so, if you don't believe in love, then how can you believe in dreams? How can you believe in manifestations? How can you believe in all of that stuff? And so that's why this Three of Swords came out, because God is trying to show us that so many of us in the collective are blocking our blessing and stopping ourselves from seeing the true power because of our heartbreak, because of the things that are happening to us. And also because a lot of you guys are too on the fucking internet. You're comparing yourselves to everybody on your timeline. You're saying, "Oh my God, how do they have that? And I don't have that." You need to go in hermit mode. You need to stop. And then maybe, and I get it, because I also can't just stop going on social media because it's so fucking ingrained in us. But you really do have to get a routine around stop spending so much time on social media, because all it's doing is just highlighting this. It's highlighting your heartbreak. It's highlighting how you're feeling, feeling so tied to your past. It's making you feel stuck. It make you feel like you can't go to anything. And again, it's blocking you from connecting to you. It's blocking you from having that connection with anybody else, right? And so right now it's important for you to just stop comparing yourselves to other people. Maybe it's time for you to go into hermit mode. Shut down for, spring is about to start. We got like a month or two. You can shut down, do some quick review before it's time for you to go back and re-enter the world. Let me just double check, make sure I don't have no questions. Okay, no questions. All right, intention, contentment, creativity, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, relaxation. What do we need to know, God? Maybe give us one or two cards, allow no room for doubt, confusion in me or the viewer's mind. What do we? All right. And this is what we need to know. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. I honestly, I can't make some of this shit up. Can't make it up. Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good, I want to find a reason to now feel good, you will find an improved thought. So, again, whenever you are feeling heartbreak, what God is saying is to set your intention and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason to feel good now, and you will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotions, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want, and it takes a toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you allow into your experience. Anytime you feel negative emotions, you are in the mode of resisting something you want. And so a lot of you guys are having that heartbreak because you want to have love, you want to have an amazing career, you want to be happy, but your heartbreak, the past, the things that went wrong is stopping you from even pursuing it. That's why God is saying it's so important for you to open up your heart and to focus on being content, focus on feeling good. And when you focus on feeling good, then you will get better results. You can't keep focusing on a heartbreak and wondering, well, why ain't things happening in my life? It's because you're focused on the wrong things. Focus on the good. Focus on being content. Focus on keeping yourself in balance. The problem is you probably was too worried about the heartbreak and you couldn't get to the good part. And then look, doubling down. Whenever I'm feeling good, I am attracting good. God trying to really hone in on you guys about how you ignoring your emotions, you trying to block away the sadness. Just because you try to act like you ain't sad, don't mean that the universe don't feel it. We're energetic beings. So the best way that when you feel this depression coming about, if you can't mentally get your mind to change, physically listen to some music, go jump around. You have to get control of your body. What did it say before? If you get control of you need to learn how to steer your emotions like you would in a high seat, because your how you feel is directly a direct reflection of what you're putting out energetically. And so if you're always in this three of swords, this heartbroken space, then you can't this reading won't even come about for you because you're not in your power. Because you're not even on this journey of focusing on what you want to do. You're focused on a heartbreak. And I don't know who this is for, but God said, do you want to be right or do you want to be healed? A lot of you are holding on to that. Well, I'm right, and they did this to me, and they did that. Okay, that may be the case. But do you want to be right or do you want to be healed? And I don't know about you, but at this point in my life, I would rather just be healed. I don't want to keep bumping my head against these same things. And so instead of focusing on what happened in the past, instead of ruminating on it, instead of reflecting and going back and forth and trying to figure out who was right, who was wrong, how I can get, no, I'm going to focus on feeling good. I got a story for you guys. When you think of a thought of upliftment or abundance or well-being, you are filled with an emotion, a feeling of positive emotions. You may trust the way that you feel as an indicator to which side of the subject, which is really two subject you are on, whether it is the subject of money or the lack of it, or health or the lack of it, or a relationship or the lack of one. Always, when you are feeling good, you are in a place of attracting that which you want. In this card, God said if you are in a negative emotion, that means that you are resisting what you want. And so, if you are finding yourself feeling a lot of heartbreak, you have to ask yourself, why? Why is this coming up? What do I want? What am I resisting? And then set your intention and focus on the contentment and you will get it. That's the cycle. You will see your power and you will start just you see how you manifest one thing and you could just go ahead and do it again and do it again and again and again. But you can only do this when you learn to become one with your emotions. And that don't mean being toxic positive. That don't mean pretending that everything is okay. Because this is the thing about the universe. The universe is so smart that just because you do something thinking that it's the right thing, but mentally you are still feeling like, oh my God, I still miss this. So when I say that, I mean, say for example, you break up with somebody, right? And in your mind, right, you like, I know I'm breaking up with this person because it's gonna prepare me for my husband, right? That's what you want to believe. But in your heart, you're really like, well, why? But why do we break up? But I really want us to get back together. But I really love him. Oh my God, why he don't love me? Why didn't it work? Is there something wrong with me? Am I a bad person? Da, 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 da. Now, do you see how you are now more focused on a heartbreak than you is on just the your initial thought of, oh, this is getting me ready for my person? You gotta focus. Okay, it's two steps. This message is definitely you have to get in touch with your feelings because you're not going to manifest anything without you getting in control of your feelings. But it's also God is trying to show us the steps of creativity and how to manifest anything. And it first starts in the thought you think, the words you speak, and then the actions that you take. Because a lot of you guys are having so much heartbreak, the heartbreak is actually dictating the actions that you're taking. It's actually dictating how you feel about everything. You may say, "Oh, I'm over it," but yet and still you're still blocking yourself out. You're still blocking your heart. And I'm going to give you guys a real example. So, I just recently realized that I was going about my breakup the wrong way. And it wasn't even just the breakup. It actually took me watching Harlem and paying attention to Ty's storyline. And so if you haven't watched Harlem, Harlem is about four best friends navigating their dating lives. And one of the girls on there is Ty, and she's from the South. And she was originally married to a man. And then one day she just woke up, left the man to go to move to New York to live her lesbian life. And she ended up creating a successful company. And even though she was doing well financially, her love life, she wasn't able to connect. And we learned throughout the season that she wasn't able to connect to different people because she was still, blocking out her old life. She was blocking her heart. And whenever people would talk about, oh, well, maybe you should talk to them or maybe you should go back, she would say, that's my old life. But we have to realize that it, we are a human being, right? We only get one life, and it's this life. And so if you make a decision to leave your past behind, it don't just erase it. All of those issues and stuff don't just go away because you decided you live in your old life. You have to address those problems. And I had to realize that was me because I got heartbroken from my ex, because I got heartbroken from a mentoring program I was in, because I was going through all this stuff with my family, I shut myself down. I went into a hermit mode. And I thought that I was like, oh, but I'm doing this to protect myself and do all this. But I was lonely. And then I would get mad and be like, oh, nobody believe in me. Nobody this. Nobody fuck with me. Everybody just left me out to die. But really, I cut everybody off because I call myself, I'm trying to protect myself. But really, I was closing myself off. And I was blocking off all of those relationships, everybody who was connected to those organizations, anybody who was connected to my ex, I cut them off because I said, that's my old life. I ain't dealing with that no more. And it took for me to have a conversation with my ex to actually see, like, oh, they still be talking about you. They still be missing you. They did this. They be hurt. Like, and it's just made me realize, like, damn. Like, I was mad at one person. And instead of just being mad at that one person, I said, fuck about 50 other people. I got my heart broke by one person. And instead of just being mad about that one person, I cut off my best friend. I cut off everybody because I'm hurt. So I say this as somebody who has been through this. And then I'm wondering, oh, well, why am I not manifesting this dream life? And why am I still in corporate? And why is my book not done? Because girl, you walking, you like literally, I was literally blocking myself from everything to all the good stuff that I could experience because I was so hurt. We do things to protect ourselves, but after a while, you have to ask yourself, am I doing this to protect myself or am I blocking myself out from other things? Before I would be working on honestly sis. I'd be working on this book, but deep down, I'm still feeling like, damn, nobody fuck with me. Damn, I left that organization, nobody gave a fuck about me. And so, how can even if I am putting all my love and all my energy into it, my heart is hurt. You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Like, and this is where God is trying to get us to understand that it's you can only do so much through action. You can only do so much through thought. It has to be all three of them put together. And if your heart is not in it, then nothing is gonna work, right? Okay, let me stop. Let me see if there's one more thing under here. I can deliberately choose to feel better now. All right. I just like God is really doubling down. Like, you got to get yourself out this negative energy. Not only does the thought that you choosing right now attract the next thought and the next, and so on, it also proves the basis of your alignment with your inner being. As you consistently and deliberately think and speak more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will find yourself more often in alignment with the pure, positive essence of your own source. And under those conditions, your life will be extremely pleasing to you. This is where God is telling you to be content. This is how we get to the sun. We focus more on what we do want and speak less about what we don't work. It's life or death in the tongue. If you constantly being like, oh, this ain't gonna work or this ain't gonna do it, the universe here too. Oh, nope, I guess it ain't gonna work because she said it ain't gonna work. Right? All right. Any questions? I'm gonna move into our final portion, which will be our tools or be our chakra reading. Please let me know if you need me to clarify anything. I see somebody keep popping in and out. Hello, beautiful. I hope that your day is going well. All right. So, because I do feel like there is a blockage here, I'm going to go into our blockages card, but I also want to go into. Did I bring them cards out here? Thought I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. I love this deck, but I hate it because, like, the cards in my little, like, the guidebook is so. Oh my God, y'all. Like, look at this. It's you can tell I love this deck because it's like the guidebook is all fucked up. But I'm gonna pull just from this is my Prism Chakra deck. I mean Prism Oracle deck. Tap into your intuition with the magic of color. I like these because I just like I do with my blockages cards over here, they really help me tap into which chakra may be blocked. I told you guys we were talking all about the sacral chakra, but right now I'm getting a lot of energy that your heart may be blocked, and it could be blocked because your sacral is blocked. So you're not feeling the emotions, like it's not coming all the way up into your heart chakra. But don't take my word for it. Let's get some more cards. Clarify this message of the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups along with nothing is more important than that I feel good. I can deliberately choose to feel better now. Whatever I am feeling good, I am attracting good. Clarify this message of intention, contentment, and creativity and relaxation. Clarify the Knight of Cups, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. God, what is blocking us from seeing our power? What's blocking us from getting to our Ten of Cups? What do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Allow no room for dark confusion in me or the viewer's mind. What's blocking us? What do we need to know right now? Oh, I see somebody. Hold on. I got a comment. Reload. Wait, reload site. Hold on, cancel. Hey! Oh, it's my cousin. We love our cousin. Hey, Mia. Why she in school? Hey, Mia. Oh, it's my cousin. It's my favorite cousin in the world. All right. So we do have my cousin in this beautiful chat, as well as my baby cousin, Mia. It's two of them. We love them. All right. So, oh, wait. Look at that. Card flew out. All right. Oh, y'all, look at this. The card that came out is Comfort. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, right now I'm in Detroit and y'all know it's February, so we're dealing with like some weather stuff. So there was an ice storm. So that's why she's out of school. That makes sense. We love Mia. We love her so much. Ooh, we're getting a lot of yellow, a lot of pink cards. So again, going into our hearts. But shout out to Mia. Shout out to Autumn. I love y'all. Me and Cuddy, we tried to I was about to go walk him this morning and our driveway was like so slick that I was just like, forget it. Like Cuddy saw me like tiptoeing and he was just like, no girl, we are not going on a walk today. He literally just turned around. All right. So finishing up our message to really get clear on what's blocking us from seeing our power. The two cards that came out is comfort and sadness. It's comfort and sadness. Now y'all gotta bear with me because this stuff. Oh, okay. I also got sweetness, so we'll keep that there. I told y'all I love this deck, but it is so tore up. It just toe up from the flow up. Oh, here it is. Lord. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to rearrange these. Okay, here go comfort. I found that. Oh, here it is. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Pink cards in a reading. A common thing among the pink cards in this deck is tenderness and love, which are what you're working with if you draw mostly pink cards. And we did pull sweetness. We also pulled comfort and sadness. Love and tenderness, either for yourself or another, are really all about approaching things with a sense of gentleness and sensitivity. How can you be more kind to yourself and others? How can you approach life with compassion and with an open and soft heart? I love that. Pink is a frequency associated with love, sweetness, nurturing, and compassion. Pink roses are often associated with affection and gratitude. And in astrology, pink is aligned with the planet of Venus, which rules over aesthetic and love. Rose quartz is a popular crystal known for its light pink hue. It's said to be useful for connecting to the matters of the heart and boosting feelings of self love. Brighter shades of pink, like the magenta, convey a sense of excitement, while the lighter shades of pink are often used to bring feelings of relaxation into our environment, which I love that it said that because look at that relaxation. We never forgot about this card. Relaxation was also one of our cards that we pulled. So that just lets me know that we are in alignment. So whatever this and it also it goes in alignment with this with the three of swords and people you feeling heartbroken or you feeling like, you know, yeah, just the heartbreak, the betrayal is kind of like stopping you from seeing your power. And so when comfort comes up in a reading, it signals that you may need to invite some more self-care and comfort into your life. A great way to do this is through nourishing your spirit or higher self. This can be something as simple as cleaning out your home and rearranging your space in order to invite in clear and comforting energy. It can also mean taking the time to prepare yourself a meal that your body has been craving. Whatever it is, do it with ease and give your nervous system the break that it needs. And so, again, with this heartbreak here, some of you guys just need to just love on yourself a little bit more. And what I was going to say is that if you find yourself dealing with a lot of heartbreak, or if your heart is just feeling heavy and you don't know what to mentally do to clear that, you could buy a rose quartz crystal, just wear it in your bra. You just start wearing it around, and it will just really help you uplift your energy, and it'll help you get to that contentment and that sun energy. You could also start sleeping with that rose cord under your pillow. Um, I love rose cord. I notice that whenever I have rose quartz on, I just be attracting free shit all the time. I remember one time, like it was just like such this wonderful day. Like people just being so nice to me. A guy ended up like buying my food, and then I went home and like took off my bra and like the cord. I was like, oh, that's why I was having such a good day. So if you're not, and that's why these tools are here, because God knows that we're human. God knows that we have this mind that is like Google on steroids. And so if you ever need to like override your initial heartbreak and you just can't do it mentally or you can't do it with the meditation, go to a store. You can even get this off Google. I mean, you can even get this off of Amazon. Get you a quartz crystal and really start working with it. Next up, we have the sweetness. Oh, I should have kept the sweetness. I thought I just had that. Oh, sweetness. This card, excuse me, this card is a signal to savor the sweet moments in life and to remember them when things get rough. The little things in life are often the sweetest, but they easily go unnoticed. Sweetness is always there if you look for it. So, again, about our intention and about the contentment, God is really trying to get us out this three of swords energy. And the best way to get out that energy is by getting you a rose quartz, or it could just be paying attention to these moments of sweetness. You know, it could be something as simple as making yourself, like they said, a nourishing meal, maybe reading a book, you know, maybe going out on well, not a walk because it is cold outside, but it's like, you know, finding those things, like having little moments of sweetness in your adding to your life. Maybe you will, you know, go get you some ice cream. Like it's okay if it's like a temporary or a physical or, you know, a monetary thing that helps you get out of that energy. But like no matter what, it's so important for us to gain and control of our energy. It's so important for us to get out of that sadness and that depression and go the other way, because life is nothing but an energetic game of chess. Last thing, these blue cards. Lord knows I should have been looking for the blue cards when I was doing that. Blue is primarily associated, blue is a primary color and is often associated with logic, honesty, trust, and communication. Ancient Egyptians celebrate the color, creating the first synthetic blue pigment. The color also has powerful religious significance across cultures. Blue is also connected to the element of water, and as a result, it is sometimes used to symbolize transitions or our emotional depths. Like water, blue can be cleansing, both physically and spiritually. Light can wash away feelings of sadness, which is what we put, and is used as a treatment for seasonal affective disorder. Blue is also correlated with the throat chakra, which is our communication center. Um, when I was hearing that blue, I know we all can get those colored lights, and so again, if you're experiencing some type of seasonal depression, turn on that blue light, and it will help you get your energy up. We just got to get in control of ourselves. We got to use whatever we could use. When you we didn't pull mostly blue. All right, let's just get this last card. Sadness. Sadness can be demonized as an unwanted emotion, but it's part of being human. Without sadness, we cannot truly appreciate the other feelings that will come after and uplift us. This card is a reminder that sometimes you need to feel sad in order to heal and return to normalcy. Like all things, it passes. And so I want to say somewhere in this reading, I talked about how it's so important for you to not ignore your emotions, but really sit with your emotions, really get clear on like what you want to not even get clear, just get clear on like listening to your emotions. Like, I get it, sometimes nobody wants to feel, just like this card says, nobody wants to feel sadness can feel like a demonized emotions, but emotions are nothing but energy emotions. Everything that's coming up is coming up for a reason. And so just like our card said over here, instead of being ruled by our feelings, we are going to listen to them. We're going to see how they can help us. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Next, observe your feelings rather than acting on them. And so, whenever we are feeling a feeling of sadness, instead of acting on that sadness or instead of sitting in that sadness, maybe we'll do something to comfort ourselves. Maybe we'll do something to bring a little sweetness into our life. If we do that, then that sadness, maybe we get the information that we need from the sadness, and then we can move on, set our intentions, focus on that intention, keep ourselves in an uplifted light. If we do that, we'll be able to become the sun. We'll be able to effortlessly manifest things. That contentment energy, you will switch from being sad to being content. And once you do that, you'll be able to get to your 10 of cups. You'll be more creative. Your sacral chakra will be healed. And then all good things will come to you because you have recognized your power. And it's all because you have left the heartbreak behind. And so that's what this reading is all about. This reading is all about not allowing the heartbreak to block us from seeing our true power. It is about knowing that nothing is more important that we feel good. And by taking ownership of our feelings and taking ownership of what's coming up, we will be easily able to move out of that and get all the good stuff that is for us. All right, y'all. That is the end of this reading. I'm coming up on an hour mark, which is amazing. Do we have any questions to any questions about this reading before we finish, or would y'all like for me to pull a tarot card for y'all before we head on out, just to kind of show a little bit of appreciation? I can just pull a tarot card really quickly to just see where your energy is right now in relation to this reading. So let me know if you would like that, and then we'll wrap it on up. Okay, I'm gonna pull, just because I love that y'all are here, I'm gonna just pull a quick card for you all, and I'll pull one for you, Mia. All right, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, clarify a message for Autumn. What does she need to know right now? Let's end it with one final bow. Allow no room for doubt, confusion, me and her autumn mind. What does she need to know right now in relations to the reading that we just had? God name I pray. Ashe. Why did this come right back out? Oh, I love I love this. So autumn again. So I love this because it started off with our intention card. And so I think the universe is just telling you that keep setting your intention, keep focusing on that intention. You focus on your intention, then that chariot comes, you'll be able to move on, move to a new reality, leave the old life behind, and it'll balance your emotions. And then you'll be able to easily rush forward and bring in those connections that are meant for you. And so the universe is just telling you, you have to just trust that everything that you want is coming. And just be ready to move. I do feel like because you got some major arcanas coming out, that you're about to be in for some good times. You're moving forward. You're moving forward and you're leaving some type of reality behind. But what's really going to help you bring all this goodness in is just balancing your emotions. You got this. Did you hear it? This gave you one. Just did a pull. Did you hear it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, she did. Okay. Perfect. All right. Now let's pull one we're going to pull one from Mia. What does Mia need to know? Allow no room for dark and confusion and mirror mind. What do Mia need to know about this reading? All right. Oh, okay. So Mia, you may need to make a choice right now. You may feel like you have a lot of options out there, but the universe is just saying, allow your heart to lead. No choice that you have to make. What to say? If you have a lot of choices to make, don't become overwhelmed. Just pick one and know that it will easily come to you because you are coming up as the Queen of Wands, which means that you are somebody who is very passionate, somebody who is ruling their kingdom. You may even be secretly, I would be interested, secretly into some of this spirituality stuff as well. God say you keep doing that, you're going to end up coming into fruition. It could be you coming into fruition with another person, or it could be you coming into you coming into union with yourself. And so either way, make a choice. It don't matter what choice you are, as long as you follow your heart, it will let you become the Queen of Wands, and then you will be able to have this beautiful union, whether it's you coming more in union with yourself or you coming into union with another. But there may be a small period of like because the hangman came up. So you may have been thinking about this for a while. You may have been really waiting for like something like a big moment of enlightenment to come hit you. But the universe is saying you don't have to wait for this moment of enlightenment to hit you. Or maybe it has hit you already. It may be coming, or this reading could be a matter of that. It's just a matter of you just making a choice, trusting that whatever choice you make is going to get you where you need to go. Again, about like setting that intention, standing firm into that, standing firm into your power and who you are meant to be, and you're going to be able to connect with one another, with somebody else. All right, yourself or another. Because I always see the two of cups. I always see the two of cups as I always see it as it could be like you coming into communication because with this wands coming out, it could be a creative endeavor and then that just makes you feel more whole as a person. Or it could be just a relationship as well. So totally up to you. That is funny. All right. Well, I would like to thank y'all for spending your lunch break with me. I will be back next Thursday to do another live. Oh, not next Thursday, Thursday after next. Our next one is going to be on the 20th. And I'm going to try to keep doing this every other week to keep myself accountable and to, really show up and be who I think I'm meant to be. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want to help support Honestly Sis, please make sure you join the newsletter, our mailing list at www.honestlysis.com to help support the channel. You can become a member to our Substack. You can send me a tip if you're not able to commit monthly, or you can help me energetically by just sharing this reading, sharing this live to your favorite timeline. All right, until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. I love you so much. Autumn and Mia, thank you so much for being a part of my first live reading. And thank you for helping my dream come true, because that's all I want. I just want to connect with other people and give people contentment in this great time of adversity. So I hope I'll see you guys again. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will talk soon. I love you. Bye bye.